The time is right for taking the train instead of that flight. Going more places, really getting around. So nice taking off and never leaving the ground. All aboard, all aboard, all aboard Amtrak. All aboard, all aboard, all aboard Amtrak. So much comfort, so much to see. Travel the way travel should be. Superliners can see what we've done. They can get there. Part of the fun. All aboard, all aboard, all aboard Amtrak. All aboard, all aboard, all aboard Amtrak. Same old flights, same old planes. Well, have you seen our brand new trains? All aboard, all aboard, all aboard Amtrak.
Warning. This video may not be suitable for people under the age of 13. Viewer discretion is advised. If you are easily scared, I would recommend clicking off and watching something else. This video contains valid EAS stones. Playing these on the air is a serious crime, and you can get arrested or fined if you do it. These stones can also frighten younger viewers. With that out of the way, enjoy the video.
You know, Amy, I've been worried about this year's hurricane season. I mean, there's 2 hurricanes in the Atlantic Ocean, and a 3rd in the Pacific. We could be in huge trouble if they're all headed for the United States.
I've been worrying about that too. 1 hurricane is bad, but 3 at once is something you would never want to experience at all.
Indeed. A hurricane watch is already in effect for the Northeast, and we can expect a hurricane warning to be issued soon. So, we should probably go head home now.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go home.
You're listening to NOAA's All Hazards Radio, station KWO35 in New York City. This broadcast originates from the National Weather Service Forecast Office located on the grounds of Brookhaven National Laboratory in Upton, New York. Station KWO35 broadcasts on a frequency of 162.550 MHz. Here is a statement from the National Weather Service in New York City. A hurricane watch is in effect for the northeastern and mid-Atlantic United States, as well as Virginia, West Virginia, and North Carolina until further notice. Hurricane Ulana is expected to make landfall within the coming hours. Hurricane Ulana is believed to be a Category 5 hurricane, meaning severe damage is likely. The National Weather Service in the District of Columbia has issued a hurricane warning for all of Connecticut, all of Delaware, the District of Columbia, all of Maine, all of Maryland, all of Massachusetts, all of New Hampshire, all of New Jersey, all of New York, all of North Carolina, all of Pennsylvania, all of Rhode Island, all of Vermont, all of Virginia, and all of West Virginia, until further notice. At 5:20 p.m., Doppler radar indicated a Category 5 hurricane headed for the listed locations. This hurricane, Hurricane Ulana, is expected to make landfall in the next 25 minutes. Take cover now. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building and avoid windows. If in a mobile home, a vehicle, or outdoors, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Repeating, a hurricane warning has been issued until further notice for all of Connecticut, all of Delaware, the District of Columbia, all of Maine, all of Maryland, all of Massachusetts, all of New Hampshire, all of New Jersey, all of New York, all of North Carolina, all of Pennsylvania, all of Rhode Island, all of Vermont, all of Virginia, and all of West Virginia. The National Weather Service in the District of Columbia has issued a hurricane warning for all of Connecticut, all of Delaware, the District of Columbia, all of Maine, all of Maryland, all of Massachusetts, all of New Hampshire, all of New Jersey.
Good evening to everyone in southern Florida. I am news reporter Mike, here to give you the latest weather-related news. A hurricane warning has just been issued for the northeastern United States and the mid-Atlantic, as well as West Virginia, Virginia and North Carolina. This hurricane, Hurricane Ulana, is the biggest hurricane the Northeast has ever seen, and will probably be the deadliest. However, that's not all though, as a hurricane warning is likely to also be issued for the Southeast as well. Meteorologists are currently tracking Hurricane Abigail, which is on its way to the Gulf of Mexico. Hurricane Abigail is also believed to be a Category 5, though isn't confirmed. Two hurricanes in the U.S. at the same time will be devastating, especially if they're Category 5s. Make sure to find a safe shelter whenever a hurricane warning is issued. We will update you whenever more news is available.
This is the voice of the National Weather Service, NOAA Weather Radio, station KHP 34, broadcasting on a frequency of 162.550 MHz, serving southeast Florida, and originating from the National Weather Service Forecast Office, located on the main campus of Florida International University. Now for a statement from the National Weather Service for the Miami-Fort Lauderdale listening area. Hurricane Abigail is expected to make landfall in the southeastern United States within the coming hours. A hurricane warning may have to be issued for states in the southeast. The National Weather Service in Miami has issued a hurricane warning for all of Alabama, all of Florida, all of Georgia, all of Louisiana, all of Mississippi, all of South Carolina, and all of Texas, until further notice. At 5:39 p.m., Doppler radar indicated that Hurricane Abigail was moving towards the southeast United States at a fast rate of speed, and is expected to make landfall in the next 15 minutes. Hurricane Abigail is a Category 5 hurricane. Take cover now. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building away from windows. If in a mobile home, a vehicle, or outdoors, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. You are unlikely to survive this hurricane in a mobile home, as it is capable of doing irreparable damage to mobile homes. Repeating, a hurricane warning is in effect until further notice for all of Alabama, all of Florida, all of Georgia, all of Louisiana, all of Mississippi, all of South Carolina, and all of Texas. The National Weather Service in Miami has issued a hurricane warning for all of Alabama, all of Florida, all of Georgia, all of Louisiana, all of Mississippi, all of South Carolina, and all of Texas until further notice. The National Weather Service in Honolulu has issued a hurricane warning for all of Hawaii until further notice. At 12:11 p.m. Hawaiian Daylight Time, Doppler radar indicated a hurricane heading towards Hawaii. This hurricane, named Hurricane Amy, is a Category 3 hurricane and is expected to make landfall within 10 minutes. Take cover now. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building away from windows. If in a vehicle or outdoors, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Repeating, the National Weather Service in Honolulu has issued a hurricane warning until further notice for all of Hawaii.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the National Weather Service, the California Division of Emergency Management, and the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Hurricane Amy, which has already impacted Hawaii, has intensified into a Category 5 hurricane and is expected to make landfall on the west coast in the next 15 minutes. States expected to be impacted include California, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Nevada, and Arizona. All residents within these states are strongly advised to seek a shelter immediately. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building or basement and stay away from windows, doors, and exterior walls. You are highly unlikely to survive the hurricane in a mobile home, as it can completely destroy mobile homes. If in a mobile home, a vehicle, or outdoors, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Do not go outside, as you will be putting your life in danger. Stay tuned for more information on this dangerous situation. United States, or one of his representatives, will shortly deliver a message over the emergency alert system. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. We interrupt our programming. This is a national emergency. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by.
My fellow Americans, we have interrupted your programming due to a national emergency. I am a designated representative, as President Trump is away from the Capitol in a classified location for his safety. The United States is currently experiencing an unprecedented weather disaster. Not just one, not two, but 3 Category 5 hurricanes are doing significant damage to the North American continent. These hurricanes are as follows: Hurricane Ulana, which is impacting the Northeast, Hurricane Abigail, which is impacting the Southeast, and Hurricane Amy, which is impacting the West Coast. Hurricane Amy already impacted Hawaii as a Category 3, but has intensified into a Category 5 before impacting the West Coast. These hurricanes are completely destroying everything in their path. We have never had a weather disaster of this magnitude before. Sure, we have experienced Category 5s in the past, but they were usually only one, and not multiple at once. This, on the other hand, is like a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence. I am strongly urging everyone on the East Coast, Gulf Coast, and West Coast to carry out the following instructions I am about to give you. Seek shelter in an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, or a basement, away from any openings to the outside. As you seek shelter, gather essentials such as non-perishable food, water, clothing, medication, a flashlight, a first aid kit, phones and chargers, toiletries, a battery-powered radio, and extra batteries. Do not go outside or leave your shelter for any reason until you hear an all-clear signal. While these 3 fierce hurricanes may cripple us, we will recover and rise up from the ashes as an even stronger nation, under God. Thank you, and God bless the United States of America.
Event type is hurricane. For the provinces of New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Ontario, and Quebec. Environment Canada has issued a hurricane warning for all of New Brunswick, all of Nova Scotia, all of Ontario, and all of Quebec until further notice. Hurricane Ulana, which was impacting the northeastern United States, has also started to impact southeastern Canada, including the mentioned provinces. Hurricane Ulana is a Category 5 hurricane, and is doing significant damage to the mentioned provinces. All residents within these provinces are strongly urged to seek shelter now. Move to a central room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, or a basement if available, and stay away from any openings to the outside. Do not go outside until it's declared safe to do so. Stay tuned for more information.
Type d'événement, ouragan. Pour les provinces du Nouveau-Brunswick, de la Nouvelle-Écosse, de l'Ontario et du Québec. Environnement Canada a émis un avertissement d'ouragan pour l'ensemble du Nouveau-Brunswick, de la Nouvelle-Écosse, de l'Ontario et du Québec, et ce jusqu'à nouvel ordre. L'ouragan Ulana, qui touchait le nord-est des États-Unis, touche maintenant le sud-est du Canada, incluant les provinces mentionnées. Cet ouragan de catégorie 5 cause d'importants dommages. Tous les résidents de ces provinces sont fortement invités à s'abriter immédiatement. Rendez-vous dans une pièce centrale ou au rez-de-chaussée d'un bâtiment solide, ou au sous-sol si possible, et éloignez-vous de toute ouverture vers l'extérieur. Ne sortez pas tant que la situation n'est pas jugée sécuritaire. Restez à l'affût pour plus d'informations.
The National Weather Service in Sterling, Virginia has issued a tsunami warning for all counties in Virginia and Maryland that border Chesapeake Bay until further notice. This includes the following counties: in Virginia, Accomack, Gloucester, Hampton, King George, Lancaster, Matthews, Middlesex, Norfolk, Northampton, Northumberland, Poquoson, Portsmouth, Richmond County, Suffolk, Virginia Beach, and Westmoreland. And the following counties: in Maryland, Anne Arundel, Baltimore City, Baltimore County, Calvert, Cecil, Charles, Dorchester, Hartford, Kent, Queen Anne's, Somerset, St. Mary's, Talbot, and Wicomico. At 7:46 p.m., Doppler radar indicated a tsunami heading for Chesapeake Bay. This tsunami is 1,000 feet high, and is traveling at 300 miles per hour. Tsunamis are large waves that are not surfable and pose severe threats to coastlines. This tsunami is expected to impact the land bordering Chesapeake Bay within 20 minutes. This tsunami was caused by Hurricane Ulana, which ripped up a hotel building off the ground in Virginia Beach, and caused it to slam into Chesapeake Bay with such force that it formed the tsunami. Everything within 15 miles of the coastline will be flooded to some extent. If you are on the beach, or within 15 miles of the coastline, move to at least 20 miles from the coastline so you are clear of the flood zone. However, you must use extreme caution when moving inland, as Hurricane Ulana's winds are extremely strong. Alternatively, moving to higher ground is available, but is not recommended due to the sheer wind strength of the hurricane. Shelters are being set up in states such as Missouri, Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois, as well as inland parts of Virginia, Maryland, North Carolina, and Delaware. As you move further inland, take important supplies such as non-perishable food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a first aid kit, phones and chargers, a battery-powered radio and extra batteries. Stay tuned for more information on this dangerous and life-threatening situation.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Ohio Division of Emergency Management. A mandatory evacuation order has been issued for all residents within a 50-mile radius of Beaver Creek State Forest. Hurricane Ulana, which was impacting Pennsylvania, has thrown a tanker truck carrying flammable liquid into the forest, causing it to explode and start a wildfire. Firefighters are currently in the forest attempting to extinguish the fire. Everyone within a 50-mile radius of Beaver Creek State Forest is strongly advised to evacuate immediately. If you are within Ohio, evacuate as far west as possible. Bring important supplies such as non-perishable food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a first aid kit, phones and chargers, a battery-powered radio, and extra batteries. Tie a bright-colored cloth or towel to your mailbox or door to signal authorities that you obeyed the evacuation order. Do not use the cloth or towel if you need assistance. If you have no available means of transportation, authorities will help escort you in the evacuation. If you choose not to evacuate, you will be putting your life in danger. Stay tuned for more information on this dangerous situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Florida Division of Emergency Management. A nuclear power plant warning has been issued for all of Florida until further notice. Hurricane Abigail has done severe damage to the Turkey Point Nuclear Generating Station in Homestead, Florida, causing it to go into meltdown. It is expected to explode in the next 25 minutes. All residents in Florida are strongly urged to remain sheltered in place or to seek a fallout shelter now. Fallout is a product of nuclear explosions. Prolonged exposure to fallout will lead to radiation sickness and eventual death. Evacuating from the plant is an option, but is not recommended due to Hurricane Abigail's extreme wind strength and speed. Gather important supplies such as non-perishable food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a first aid kit, phones and chargers, a battery-powered radio and extra batteries. Seal all openings to the outside as tightly as possible, and turn off all ventilation systems to prevent nuclear fallout from entering your home. Refusal to carry out these instructions will put your life in extreme danger. Stay tuned for more information on this dangerous situation.
National Weather Service in Nashville has issued a tornado warning for Carter County in northeastern Tennessee, Johnson County in northeastern Tennessee, Sullivan County in northeastern Tennessee, Unicoi County in northeastern Tennessee, and Washington County in northeastern Tennessee until 9:35 p.m. At 8:48 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Elizabethton, moving southwest at 75 miles per hour. Hazard, tornado. Source, radar indicated rotation. This storm has a history of producing a tornado. This storm was also formed by Category 5 Hurricane Ulana. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Hampton, Hunter, Sutherland, Trade, Blounteville, Walnut Hill, Irwin, Banner Hill, Jonesboro, and Telford. Take cover now. Move to a basement or interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Heavy rainfall may hide this tornado. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 9:35 p.m. for the following counties in Tennessee: Carter, Johnson, Sullivan, Unicoi, and Washington. The National Weather Service in Jackson, Kentucky has issued a flash flood warning for Bell County in southeastern Kentucky, Boyd County in northeastern Kentucky, Harlan County in southeastern Kentucky, Lawrence County in northeastern Kentucky, Letcher County in southeastern Kentucky, Martin County in eastern Kentucky, and Pike County in eastern Kentucky until 11:15 p.m. At 8:58 p.m., Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the warned area. These thunderstorms were caused by Hurricane Ulana. Up to 5 inches of rain have already fallen. Flash flooding is expected to begin shortly. Some locations that will experience flooding include Middlesboro, Pineville, Cadlettsburg, Ashland, Harlan, Cumberland, Blaine, Louisa, Fleming Neon, Jenkins, Whitesburg, Inez, Warfield, Laura, Coal Run Village, and Pikeville. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. A flash flood warning means that a flash flood is imminent or occurring. If you are in the warned area, move to higher ground immediately. Residents living along streams and creeks should take immediate precautions to protect life and property. Repeating, a flash flood warning has been issued until 11:15 p.m. for the following counties in Kentucky: Bell, Boyd, Harlan, Lawrence, Letcher, Martin, and Pike.
Driving a train in this kind of weather is an awful idea.
I know, but we have to do it anyways, if we want to keep our jobs. Union Pacific is extremely strict about that. Well, we're coming up to a very populated area. Time to start sounding the horn, so people know to get back from the tracks.
Is it just me, or is this train starting to rock back and forth now?
Oh shit, I feel it too. I think we just derailed. Let me go check. Yep, our train derailed. A lot of those cars have hazardous materials, and I can already see hazmat leaking out of one of the cars. We need to call dispatch immediately. Dispatch, we are derailed. Hazmat is all over the place.
Okay, we will order all trains on the subdivision to stop, and we'll warn the city of Shreveport about the danger.
Hazardous materials warning for Caddo Parish. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Caddo Parish Sheriff's Office and the Louisiana Division of Emergency Management. Hazardous materials are in the air in Shreveport. This was caused by a train derailment in the area. A Union Pacific freight train was derailed by Hurricane Abigail in Shreveport, causing hazardous materials to leak out of some freight cars. All residents within a 20-mile radius of the derailment site are asked to do the following. Shelter in place immediately. Close and lock all doors and windows, and turn off all ventilation units to prevent hazardous chemicals from entering your home. Seal all cracks on doors and windows with tape or damp towels. Do not leave your home unless you're an essential worker. Stay tuned for more information on this dangerous situation. Local area emergency for Caddo Parish. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Caddo Parish Sheriff's Office and the Louisiana Division of Emergency Management. Power outages are occurring across eastern Caddo Parish. This is mostly due to a train derailment in the area caused by Hurricane Abigail. If the power is out in your home, do the following. Unplug any sensitive electronics to prevent surge damage. Keep fridge and freezer doors closed for as long as possible to prevent food from going bad. If you have a generator, use it if necessary, but make sure it's outdoors and away from windows. Make sure your mobile devices are fully charged. If you need a light source, use a flashlight or a battery-powered lantern. Never use candles in a power outage. Make sure all heat-producing appliances such as stoves and toaster ovens are turned off. You should also get a battery-powered radio to stay up to date on the latest information. It is unknown how long this power outage will last. Use your battery-powered radio to stay tuned for more information. (911) telephone outage. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Caddo Parish Sheriff's Office and the Louisiana Division of Emergency Management. Several 911 services are out of service in Caddo Parish due to a train derailment in the area caused by Hurricane Abigail. The derailment destroyed fiber optic cables in Shreveport, Louisiana. If you have an emergency, call the Caddo Parish Sheriff's Office at 318-675-2170. National Information Center Statement. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and the National Weather Service. Hurricanes Ulana, Abigail, and Amy have shrunken down to Category 3 hurricanes, but are still doing notable damage to the United States. It is unknown when the hurricanes will fully dissipate, but meteorologists predict by 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Until then, if you are in one of the states affected by these 3 hurricanes, remain sheltered in place. No more information is available. All clear. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and the National Weather Service. The 3 hurricanes, Ulana, Abigail, and Amy, have dissipated and no longer pose a threat. You may now exit shelters. However, there is significant damage to the United States. The states that took the brunt of these 3 hurricanes are New York, Florida, and California. If your home is destroyed, call 911 and the National Guard, if possible, will escort you to the nearest military base. You will stay there until your home is rebuilt. Your government thanks you all for your cooperation and bravery during this emergency. Despite the significant damage the country faced, we will rebuild, and we will recover. This concludes all operations under the emergency alert system. Regular programming may now resume.
Good morning, Miami. I am news reporter Mike, here to bring you the latest news. So, the 3 hurricanes, Hurricane Ulana, Hurricane Abigail, and Hurricane Amy, have all completely dissipated and no longer pose a threat. However, There is significant damage to the states affected by these hurricanes, especially New York, Florida and California, which suffered the worst damage. But we are safe again. Hopefully another weather disaster of this magnitude never happens again. That's all for this news report. Goodbye, and try to have a good day.